in a world where the magic of make-believe takes center stage, seamlessly blending reality with fantasy. In this enchanting realm, a luminary emerges, captivating the very heart of acting. And standing at the pinnacle of this spectacle is none other than Sir Ian McKellen, a titan whose theatrical odyssey spans over 6 remarkable decades. In your thoughts, envision the grandeur of knights and queens, all bowing in homage to a true cultural icon. Knighted by Queen Elizabeth II in 1991, Sir Ian McKellen's tale unfolds like a story woven with threads of triumph and artistry, shining brightly with the gleam of a Tony Award, 6 Olivier Awards, and a Golden Globe. Yet these accolades are mere whispers compared to the echoing halls of his extraordinary narrative. His journey begins at the Belgrade Theatre, where a young McKellen takes his first tentative steps onto the stage. Swiftly, he carves his path through the dazzling lights of the West End, leaving audiences in a state of awe. By 1969, McKellen graces the Prospect Theatre Company, stealing the spotlight in productions like Shakespeare's Richard II and Marlowe's Edward II. He rose as a stalwart of the Royal Shakespeare Company and the National Theatre of Great Britain, adorned with 5 Olivier Awards for brilliance in productions like Pillars of the Community, The Alchemist, Bent, Wild Honey, and the unforgettable Richard III in 1995. But the stage is just a prologue to a broader canvas. Broadway beckons and McKellen responds by securing the Tony Award for Best Actor in a Play for his role as Antonio Salieri in Amadeus. From the titular king in Richard III to the poignant portrayal of James Whale in Gods and Monsters, from the magnetic Magneto in the X-Men saga to the iconic Gandalf in the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit trilogies, each role is a brushstroke on the canvas of his versatility. Yet who is McKellen? Why does he command such honor and a perfect scorecard on both Broadway and the Hollywood screen? McKellen's name needs no introduction in the epical tune of Hollywood, but what makes him special and one of a kind? The answers, my friends, lie in the chapters yet to unfold in this riveting story of a man who defied boundaries and became a legend. In the quaint town of Burnley, Lancashire, on a sunny day in May 1939, a remarkable soul named Ian McKellen came into this world. Little did anyone know that this boy, born to Margery Lois and Denis Murray McKellen, would grow up to become a legend in the world of acting. Ian was not alone in his journey. He had a sister named Jean, 5 years his senior. Their family danced through the pages of history. As a young lad, Ian experienced the war's turmoil, and it left an indelible mark on his innocent heart. The chaos and uncertainty taught him that peace was a precious gift, one that should never be taken for granted. And in the post-war era, the McKellen family packed their bags and set forth to Bolton in pursuit of a brighter future. Ian's father, a civil engineer and lay preacher of Irish and Scottish descent, worked hard to provide for his family. The echoes of religious teachings reverberated in the McKellen household, with a blend of Christian values and non-orthodox beliefs. And at the tender age of 12, tragedy struck when Ian lost his mother to the cruel grasp of breast cancer. Life dealt him another blow at 25, claiming his father. Yet, in the face of adversity, Ian found strength. Coming out as gay to his stepmother Gladys brought an unexpected sense of liberation. Her Quaker beliefs embraced him without judgment, a beacon of acceptance in a sometimes harsh world. But the McKellen lineage was not without its share of heroes. Ian's great-great-grandfather, Robert J. Lois, fought valiantly for a Saturday half-holiday in Manchester, a battle that paved the way for the modern 5-day workweek. A true architect of leisure, Lois stood as a testament to the McKellen legacy. Ian's journey into the world of acting began at Bolton School, where his passion ignited like a flame. The little theatre in Bolton became his sanctuary, and he later became its proud patron. The enchantment of the stage had already captured his heart at the tender age of 3, when his parents took him to see Peter Pan in Manchester. At the long run, Shakespeare beckoned to him like an old friend, and his sister Jean introduced him to the bard's world with Twelfth Night, kindling a lifelong love affair with the classics. The amateur productions of Macbeth and A Midsummer Night's Dream in Wigan only deepened his passion. In 1958, the tale took an exciting turn. A scholarship led Ian to St. Catherine's College, Cambridge, where he immersed himself in the world of English literature. The Marlowe Society became his stage, and he dazzled audiences with performances that would go down in history. Directed by luminaries like Peter Hall, John Barton, and Daddy Rylands in various movie projects, Ian McKellen's star was on the rise. The chapters of his life unfolded like scenes from a Shakespearean play, filled with drama, passion, and a relentless pursuit of greatness. In the vibrant story that runs through time between 1965 and 1985, Ian McKellen's journey through the world of theatre unfolded like a mesmerizing performance under the spotlight. The year was 1961, and a young McKellen stepped onto the professional stage at the Belgrade Theatre in Coventry. His role as Roper in A Man for All Seasons marked the beginning of a theatrical odyssey. After 4 years gracing regional repertory theatres, McKellen ventured into the bustling world of the West End. A Scent of Flowers became a notable success, a stepping stone to what lay ahead. The year 1965 witnessed McKellen joining Laurence Olivier's National Theatre Company at the Old Vic, a pivotal moment that paved the way for roles at the Chichester Festival. And at Edinburgh Festival in 1969, with the Prospect Theatre Company, McKellen unleashed his brilliance in Shakespeare's Richard II and Christopher Marlowe's Edward II. The latter stirred controversy for its bold portrayal of the homosexual Edward's vivid demise, making waves that echoed through the artistic realm.
Why should a king be subject to a priest? Proud Rome that hatches such imperial grooms.
And it wasn't long when television beckoned. And in 1966, McKellen graced the screen as the titular character in the BBC's adaptation of David Copperfield. A staggering 12 million viewers tuned in, capturing hearts and sparking a legacy. And for his appearance on television, film roles sprinkled throughout his career, from 1969's A Touch of Love.
Ah, Joe Hurt himself, and a lovely lady friend. Yes, do join me.
Oh, George, this is Rosamond Stacey.
Hello. Haven't I seen you before, Summer?
Studio 5.
You don't work here?
To his leading turn as D.H. Lawrence in Priest of Love in 1980.
Why are you leaving England?
Because the government revils me, or persecutes me, and says all manner of evil against me.
However, it was the 1990s that thrust McKellen into the global spotlight, thanks to blockbuster Hollywood films. But rewind once more to 1969, a year that saw him shine in 3 films. The Promise, Alfred the Great, though the 1970s painted McKellen as a luminary in British theatre, gracing the stages of the Royal Shakespeare Company and the Royal National Theatre. And the years 1973 to 1974 is a time when he embarked on a UK and Brooklyn Academy of Music tour, bringing to life characters in works like The Way of the World, The Wood Demon, and King Lear. As the pages turned, McKellen's presence on stage only intensified. He etched his name in the annals of theatrical history. That in 1976, the spotlight focused on him as Romeo in Romeo and Juliet at the Royal Shakespeare Theatre, and the following year he assumed the role of King Leontes in The Winter's Tale. And in the enchanting era of 1976, the stage truly welcomed Ian McKellen as he continued his theatric exploit in a spellbinding performance as the titular Macbeth at Stratford, a production so gripping, so out of the ordinary, it left audiences in awe. Ian McKellen's synergy with Judi Dench and the mesmerizing Iago in Othello, all under the masterful direction of Trevor Nunn, was a top-notch that creates an exciting scene to behold. These theatrical gems were not just confined to the stage. They leaped onto television screens, adapted into award-winning films directed by Nunn himself.
The Queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter.
From 1978 to 1979, McKellen embarked on a theatrical escapade, touring in a double feature of Shakespeare's Twelfth Night and Chekhov's Three Sisters. Sir Toby Belch and Andre came alive, each character a brushstroke on the canvas of his artistic repertoire. Like The Seasons in the Sky, then came Broadway in 1979. An applause-worthy portrayal of Antonio Salieri in Peter Shaffer's Amadeus. McKellen's descent into madness painted the stage with notes of bone-rattling terror. The Tony Award for Best Actor in a Play became a well-deserved crown for this performance that left a lasting mark. The horror film The Keep followed in 1983, setting the stage for the cinematic journey that lays ahead of him. The year 1985 for Ian McKellen marked a stellar performance in Plenty, a film adaptation of David Hare's play. Alongside Meryl Streep, Charles Dance, John Gielgud and Sting, McKellen navigated through 2 decades, unraveling a tale of love, war and resistance. The film's ensemble cast earned praise, showcasing brilliance in every frame. And as the curtain fell on the 80s, McKellen returned to Broadway in 1986 for the revival of Chekhov's Wild Honey. Amidst mixed reviews, his bravura and athletically graceful technique showcased a relentless commitment to his craft. And the 90s ushered in a new chapter with a world tour of Richard III, where McKellen embodied the title character with unparalleled sophistication. His secrets unfolded on stage, earning him the prestigious Laurence Olivier Award for Best Actor.
Simple, plain Clarence. I do love you, sir, that I shall shortly send your soul to heaven. If heaven will take the present from our hands.
But the story doesn't end here. As McKellen stood on the global stage, his friend Patrick Stewart faced a pivotal decision. Captain Jean-Luc Picard in Star Trek, The Next Generation or the Theatrical Path. A sage McKellen advised caution, but Stewart's choice led to global stardom. The two later united in the X-Men superhero film series, a testament to the evolving landscape of their artistic journeys. In the spell-binding story of the 1990s, Ian McKellen's journey through the realms of stage and screen continued, weaving tales of creativity, courage and conviction that in 1992, the Royal National Theatre became the stage for McKellen's brilliance. That in a revival of Chekhov's Uncle Vanya, he shared the spotlight with Anthony Sher and Janet McTeer. The magic didn't stop there, as 1993 saw him on the big screen in 6 Degrees of Separation, standing alongside Will Smith, Donald Sutherland and Stockard Channing. A critical success, it marked McKellen's cinematic prowess, but McKellen's cinematic journey didn't stop there. In the same year, he graced the screen in the historical drama Restoration and the British romantic comedy Jack and Sarah, showcasing his versatility in every frame. As 1993 marked him venturing into television miniseries, Tales of the City.
Times a day.
And you do. I live with a rice queen. Talking of which, supper time.
And the Band Played On, a poignant exploration of the discovery of HIV. McKellen's portrayal earned him the Cable Ace Award and a Primetime Emmy nomination. The 90s also witnessed McKellen's one-man show, A Night's Out, a powerful exploration of coming out as a gay man. As he toured from 1993 to 1997, the Los Angeles Times celebrated him as a natural storyteller and a hands-on activist, breaking down walls of intolerance. And in 1998, McKellen delved into psychological thriller territory with Apt Pupil, portraying a fugitive Nazi officer.
Boy, be careful. You play with fire.
The same year, he embodied James Whale in Gods and Monsters, a role that earned him an Academy Award nomination.
I would pay for the privilege of drawing that head.
And it's just my head that you want to draw? I mean, nothing else?
And what are you suggesting? That you'll charge extra if I include a hand or a bit of shoulder?
And as time goes on, television beckoned once more in 1995 with the BBC comedy film Cold Comfort Farm.
You know what it's like when you burn your hand. Taking a cake out of the oven, or lighting one of them godless cigarettes, and it stings with a fearful pang, aye?
The following year, he stepped into the shoes of Tsar Nicholas II in the HBO television movie Rasputin, Dark Servant of Destiny.
It is a fragile heart. It is easily broken. Without me, the little one will die. I see more blood. I have his pain. You will need me. I think that...
Earning him a Golden Globe win and a Primetime Emmy nomination. Just as the decade ended, McKellen graced the BBC series David Copperfield, sharing the screen with a pre-Harry Potter Daniel Radcliffe, Bob Hoskins and Dame Maggie Smith. And between the year 2000 to 2011, Ian McKellen's journey soared to international stardom, marking a spell-binding chapter in his illustrious career. Though the year 1999 cast McKellen into the realm of superheroes, Bryan Singer's vision bringing him to life as the magnetic Magneto in the X-Men film series. This iconic role became synonymous with his name, echoing through sequels and generations. Yet there was another realm awaiting him, the enchanting world of Middle-earth. As the wizard Gandalf in Peter Jackson's adaptation of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, McKellen's magic graced the screens between 2001 and 2003. And awards followed, with a Screen Actors Guild Award and an Academy Award nomination, proving that his wizardry extended beyond the realms of fiction. Yet again, Broadway beckoned in 2001 with The Dance of Death, where McKellen's heroic stage presence earned acclaim. The New York Times praised his rare blend of stagecraft and intelligence. The journey continued globally from Broadway to London's West End, leaving audiences spellbound. Amidst the grand stages, McKellen made a cameo in a British-themed episode of The Simpsons and fulfilled a lifelong dream by gracing Coronation Street in 2005.
Sir Ian McKellen, you're my favorite Shakespearean actor.
Thank you, my dear. Please take these free tickets to my play.
His multifaceted talent shone in films like The Da Vinci Code in 2006, where he wittily addressed the line between fact and fiction.
I'm late and I'm leaving. If it's so important for you to stop us, then you're just going to have to shoot us.
And in the realm of limited releases, McKellen's presence added depth to films like Emile and Asylum. The 2006 BBC series Extras showcased his comedic brilliance as he played a fictionalized version of himself, directing a play about gay lovers. Narrating Stardust in 2007, McKellen brought magic to the screen, a prelude to lending his voice to the armored bear Yorick Bernison in The Golden Compass. Despite mixed reviews, the film soared financially, marking another triumph in McKellen's cinematic journey.
I stay because the people of this town gave me spirits and let me drink till I was asleep. Then they took my armor away, and without my armor I cannot go to war.
Yet in 2007, Ian McKellen graced the Royal Shakespeare Company's stage once again, taking on the monumental roles of King Lear and the Seagull, directed by the maestro Trevor Nunn.
Unnatural hunt! I will have such revenges on you both!
The echoes of his commanding performances lingered in the air, leaving audiences in awe. The year 2009 marked a stellar revival as McKellen portrayed number 2 in the remake of the cult series The Prisoner.
Something's wrong here.
Yes. You are wrong, Six.
Do not call me that. I am not 6.
Show me your ID papers.
Well, I don't have any papers.
However, it was the enchanting production of Waiting for Godot at London's Haymarket Theatre that stole the spotlight. Directed by Sean Matthias, McKellen shared the stage with the illustrious Patrick Stewart, creating theatrical magic that resonated far and wide. And the collaboration between McKellen and Stewart reached its pinnacle from 2013 to 2014 on Broadway. They took the stage in a double production of Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot and Harold Pinter's No Man's Land at the Court Theatre. Variety's Marilyn Stasio hailed the performances, finding consoling comedy in the depths of existential despair. Beyond the stage, McKellen embraced his role as patron of English touring theatre and president and patron of the Little Theatre Guild of Great Britain. His dedication to the world of theatre extended to the grand stage of the London Paralympics in 2012, where he embodied Prospero from The Tempest in a mesmerizing opening ceremony. As the decade unfolded, McKellen's career expanded globally. He reprised the iconic Gandalf in the Hobbit film trilogy, showcasing his timeless wizardry.
And where else should I be? Well, I'm pleased to find you remember something about me.
The X-Men series saw his return as Magneto in The Wolverine.
What do you want?
There are dark forces, Wolverine. Human forces building a weapon that could bring about the end of our kind.
And X-Men Days of Future Past. Again, television welcomed McKellen into the realm of sitcoms with Vicious, a series exploring the lives of an elderly gay couple. His versatility shone through, seamlessly blending decades of classical training with the sitcom world.
Look for somebody older than us.
It's a mirror.
Do I look all right?
Not really.
Laughter echoed, proving that McKellen could master any stage, from Broadway to the intimate setting of a sitcom set. The journey continued with The Dresser in October 2015, where McKellen shared the screen with Anthony Hopkins. Their nuanced performances captivated audiences, earning McKellen a British Academy Television Award nomination. And in the enchanting year of 2019, the legendary Ian McKellen graced both stage and screen, weaving tales that captivated hearts far and wide. In Disney Project McKellen adorned in a supporting role as Cogsworth, the lovable character from Disney's Beauty and the Beast. Directed by the visionary Bill Condon, this marked their third collaboration, following the brilliance of Gods and Monsters and the captivating Mr. Holmes. Alongside the talented Emma Watson and Dan Stevens, the live-action adaptation charmed audiences, earning praise and becoming the highest-grossing live-action musical film of all time. But the magic didn't stop there. In the same year, a documentary emerged, McKellen Playing the Part. Directed by Joe Stevenson, it delved into the tapestry of McKellen's life and career, unraveling the threads of his journey as a remarkable actor.
Being vocal, being sensible, being indignant, and if you can do it with a smile in your heart, we'll get there quicker, I think.
Then, in October, King Lear took centre stage at the Chichester Festival Theatre, a role McKellen hinted might be his last big Shakespearean part. Yet, the echoes of his performance resonated at the Duke of York's Theatre in London's West End during the summer of 2018. The reunion with Bill Condon for The Good Liar showcased the actor's dynamic chemistry with Helen Mirren.
Look, why do you two go in and treat yourself? And I'll meet you at Faulkner's in an hour. For tea.
Oh, do you know, I think I will.
Amidst the musical notes of Cats, McKellen graced the screen as Gus the theatre cat, sharing the spotlight with Jennifer Hudson, James Corden, Rebel Wilson, Idris Elba and Judi Dench. The film faced criticism, but couldn't dim the sparkle of McKellen's performance.
Gus is the cat at the theatre door. My name, as I ought to have told you before.
Then comes the year 2021, which witnessed McKellen's age-blind portrayal of Hamlet, a role he had previously embraced on a UK and European tour in 1971. And so, the saga of Ian McKellen's adventures continues, a tapestry woven with threads of magic, laughter and timeless performances. Each chapter leaves an indelible mark, inviting us to join the maestro on a journey through the realms of imagination and artistry. In the heart of the swinging 60s, a young Ian McKellen found love's embrace with his first partner, Brian Taylor, a history teacher hailing from Bolton. Their romance, a blossoming tale, began in 1964 and danced through the lively streets of Earl's Terrace, Kensington, London. 8 vibrant years, painted with the hues of love, passion and pursuit of dreams, concluded their chapter in 1972. As the city lights sparkled, fate wove a new thread in the tapestry of McKellen's life. The year was 1978, and the Edinburgh Festival became the stage for a fateful encounter. Sean Matthias entered the scene, becoming McKellen's second partner. Their journey together, a tempestuous odyssey, navigated the complexities of fame and the nuances of their intertwined destinies. A decade-long partnership faced the ebb and flow of success, with McKellen's acting triumphs juxtaposed against Matthias's more humble pursuits. Yet, despite the storms, friendship endured. In 2009, the stage witnessed their reunion as Matthias directed McKellen in Waiting for Godot at the Theatre Royal Haymarket. Not just in the realms of relationships, but in business ventures, they embarked together, joining forces with Evgeny Lebedev to acquire the Grapes Public House in Narrow Street. The backdrop of McKellen's life morphed into Narrow Street, Limehouse, where more than a quarter-century unfolded and a 5-story Victorian conversion became home, a sanctuary for an artist's soul. Beyond the stage and the public house, McKellen's life embraced flavours both dietary and spiritual. A shift toward pescetarianism emerged in the late 80s, with fish becoming the mainstay. The actor declared his atheism, a stance reflecting his unwavering belief, or lack thereof, In the Symphony of Accolades, 2001 crescendoed with the Artist Citizen of the World Award bestowed upon McKellen in France. Inked on his shoulder was a silent ode to Middle-earth, a tattoo of the elvish number 9, an emblematic tie to his role in the Lord of the Rings saga. McKellen narrative took an unexpected turn in 2006 when prostate cancer entered McKellen's life. Yet with resilience and a steadfast spirit, he reassured the world in 2012 through his blog that the ailment was contained, a testament to the power of regular examinations. In the tapestry of life, 2013 added a surprising hue as McKellen became an ordained minister of the Universal Life Church. His newfound role? To preside over the union of his dear friend Patrick Stewart and the songbird Sunny Ozell. Recognition flowed like a river in full spate. Cambridge University adorned him with an honorary Doctorate of Letters in 2014. The city itself, London, recognised his contributions by making him a Freeman, a distinction bestowed at the historic Guildhall. As the pages of life turned, Oxford embraced McKellen as an Emeritus Fellow of St. Catherine's College, adding another feather to the cap of an exceptional actor and a tireless campaigner for equality. This wasn't just a journey, it was an epic tale filled with love, friendship, challenges and triumphs, narrated by the very soul that dared to dream beyond the footlights.